What is up? We are doing some streaming today. Getting back into our weather app. I got my duck shirt on. Always love the duck shirt. So let's share that. We've got a screen. It's broken. We've got some code. We've got a server going. Here's the code. Complaining about some stuff. New version of VS Code icons. Apply latest version. Yeah, sure. Why not? Is that a mistake? Maybe that was a mistake. Okay, slowly getting going. Cool. So we are building a weather app, and somehow I've got this error that my length thing is not working. So we're checking here to make this call. Do some optional chaining there. And let's just see what this geolocation is going to return. Let's bump that up a little bit so we can see. Too big. Too big? That's good. Cool. So let's restart the server. That's there. Let's relaunch this site. Cool. We've got that. Seems to be working. And geolocation data is not being logged. Why is that not being logged? I'm not sure. But where we are from where we left off yesterday is we have a ton of data. Lots and lots of data. And so what we're doing with this API, gee, go away. All right, do your thing, man. Oh, that's why it hasn't changed, it's because it's taking forever for this to run so that can save, so that it'll update the server. And as I say it, there it goes. Restarted the server. So we reload, and it does its thing. And there's my information. So basically what happens is this may not exist. Okay. I don't really know. Well, I guess we can get, let's get a little bit more into this. What's going on is we have this response provider. This is the function that is running to handle this edge worker request. We're getting a couple of variables from our get variable method. We're creating our API with the OpenWeather API key and the GeoAppify API key. We're grabbing the city off of the request user location. And then we actually don't want this current weather or forecast anymore. What we're going to do is grab the geolocation information from the city. And if that geolocation information exists, and it looks like this, I think. No, it doesn't look like that. It looks like this. If this information exists, then we know basically that these are the responses for that search. So right now, I think, let's say I live in Portland. My Edge server is going to tell the running function, hey, the city that this is running from is Portland. We're going to send that request, that city, to the GeoAppify API and try and get back a latitude and longitude. And those, it's basically going to come back with, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different options. So it's saying, I know of 5 different places that sound like Portland. Here's my best guess. It's going to put them in order of best guess to worst guess. And with that information, we can actually pull the latitude and longitude off of that array of guesses. So we're really just taking this first item in the array, popping that off here. We're going features, first item in the array, and then we're grabbing the properties of that, and that on that properties object, we have a latitude and longitude. When we have that information, we can say, hey, the weather data for that latitude and longitude is this Open Weather Maps API call, this one call. That's what they call it. So one call. That gives back our weather data, to which we can come back down here and say, we no longer need this, right? So if, we'll just say this, if we have weather data, or if we don't have weather data, we can say, just do this, no weather data for the city. Otherwise, if we do have weather data for the city, let's just pull that off. And instead of doing all this, oops, we can show that pre-formatted content. So then we'll come down here. Can I comment that out easily? Yes, because it's JavaScript. Great. And then the forecast we're also getting rid of. We don't need that forecast data. So I think that should be all right. And then I just need to close that. And I think it looks good. Cool. If we don't have weather data, we show a message that says no weather data. Otherwise, we show the JSON stringified information for that weather data. So let's reload here. And this is our weather data for whatever city we're in. Still am not entirely sure. Time zone, Los Angeles. Cool. If I refresh, we get time zone, America, Detroit. So that's cool. I'll show the city in a moment. But what we want to do now is grab out of this data, figure out what it is that we actually want to show. So we've got the current weather. We've got the minutely weather. I don't know if that's minutely or minutely. We've got hourly, which is cool. Okay, that's a lot of hourly information. Still a lot of, yep, still hourly information. Right, well, I'm just going to go to OpenWeatherMap/API. And from here, I can see the API documentation for, no, not the current weather. I want the one call API docs. So this is going to respond with a lot of information that looks like that. An API response, latitude, longitude, time zone offset, the current weather, the minutely forecast, the hourly forecast, the daily forecast, and any alerts. So let's actually, let's do this. So I want to pull this information kind of off what I had a moment ago. So I actually kind of want to undo this change because this okay. I'm going to say this is the weather data code is not 200. Then weather data actually may have a I don't know what the message would be. That's oops. That's probably going to be weather data dot message, right? So that's going to give me the message for that city. Otherwise, the current weather for the city, I'm going to take the weather data, and off of that, I'm going to pull lat, launch, time zone offset, current. Is it going to give me? I don't think it's going to give me the city, but it will give me the time. The current time. So instead of current weather, that's going to be weather data dot current. We can get rid of this guy. Okay, it's complaining because it thinks that weather data is a open weather maps thing, but it's not. Weather data will be an object with current so it's an object where the current weather is an open weather maps thing. Oh man, type definitions can be so annoying sometimes. We'll get back and fix that later. Okay, so I think that it should have a message. And it should have the current, yeah, time. That's great. All of these errors are fixed. The forecast now. I've got the current time. I'm going to show all the information for the current time. Oh, we've got even more information. Rain, snow, current.weather. I don't know what that is. It's the full list of weather conditions, huh? Well, I suppose I can see it here. Okay, so the weather is all of the weather conditions that we have, which I think we're already accounting for anyway. Cool. We are covering that. Minutely weather, I don't think I want. So we can ignore that. And then hourly weather. Hourly weather is going to have a lot of stuff. but it looks like it's basically the same thing. So hourly, that's minutely. We can skip minutely. Hourly looks like another weather object, basically, with the time. So that's easy enough. We'll go to our type definition of it, and we'll say that hourly is going to be, thank you very much, a array of open weather map responses. Okay. So the forecast I don't care about. I'm just going to get rid of this. Don't need it. What I want is the hourly information, or the the hourly weather. So we're down here with our table, and we're going to go, next round is the hourly forecast. Let me cut this out. Now I'm going to need like a table or something. And I'm not really sure how I want to do this. I'm thinking like a side scrolling bit of information. So let's see what we got. Let's start with a table. Let's see what GitHub Copilot gives us. It is doing its thing, baby. That's so cool. Let's build this out. I don't think it's doing a good job anymore. I could be totally wrong. Okay, so you stop there. I don't think you got that right, though. You didn't even close the table. And I don't need that. No, I did need that. Why are you complaining? Oh, because I don't have the map closed. Cool. So this map is going to return these guys right down here. Nope. Cool. That's always fun to deal with. Let's see what we got now. Oh, I don't want to be showing that JSON dump. Can't comment that out. Let's get rid of it. Actually, what I'm going to do is move that down in there and comment it out there, because JavaScript. All right. You're saying we got an issue. What's our issue? Okay, so the code is not available. Oh no, undefined. Weather data is undefined at this point. What if I do have weather data? Okay, let's see this. Weather data and that. No, if there's not weather data, or weather data code is not equal to 100, we'll show, can't show. What'd you say? No weather data for your city. Cool. You gonna work for me now? No weather data for Geordie Mouth, East Ahmad, East Delilah. All right, this is becoming too difficult. So instead of randomly generating a city, let's say const city equals Portland. I know you've got data for Portland, so let's see it. No weather data for Portland. Interesting. Check my geolocation information. Okay, we've definitely got information for that. So I've got an error. This should be coming back. I guess what I can do is check this. I should see what my error objects might be on these fields. Do I have... So I don't have any sort of message like the code like I had before. Do we not have COD for the current? No. Okay, so what happens if we what happens with a bad weather API response? Weather data, and we'll just say something that couldn't possibly be found. No. Sorry, we do want it to be found, but we want it to be well, I guess this should always come back with geolocation information for the city. What's up, y'all? Comic Sans crew coming through. What up? Yeah, I guess I'll catch you up on what's going on here. It's actually kind of cool. So we're building this friendly forecast thing. We're using Akamai EdgeWorkers to run a function as close to the user as possible. And because we have access to that server location, EdgeWorkers actually provides us with a user location information with the city that server is running in. So what we do is we grab that city off of that user location, we pass it to this function called getGeolocation. And what getGeolocation does is it takes a search string and it passes it to this GeoApify search API, basically. That is going to take, it's called a forward request search or something like that. But you can basically take a query of a location and it will return to you the best guess that it has for that location. So I think I've got, yeah, there's like some location objects here. This is kind of what it looks like when it returns. Now, if I search for Portland, it's going to give me 5 different guesses of places called Portland because there's more than one. I really only care about grabbing that first one because, I mean, maybe not, but eventually I will use the full user location object so that I can get a very descriptive location. But for the time being, I'm just grabbing that city location. I'm grabbing the latitude and longitude off of that city location because with that latitude and longitude, I can make a request to a different API called OpenWeather Map. And what OpenWeather Map will do is it provides some weather information for different locations. Now, some of the OpenWeather Map APIs let you do a search for a city. Unfortunately, the API call that we want to make requires the use of a latitude and longitude. So it's a little more difficult, requires that extra step of using GeoApify. But it also means that we get a lot more information. So if we look at, oh, that's not going to be good. What do we want? Yeah, my error is happening here. What's up, Urchin42U? So what we're doing here is we're saying if we somehow don't have weather data, we'll show, there's no weather data for the city, but otherwise I want to show this table that we've had before. Actually, what I might do, I'm going to do this so we can, so we can see what this actually looks like. When I get this weather data back, hopefully it shows. Nope, I got an error somewhere. Okay, cool, whatever. I'm gonna take all this information out so we can actually get something working for y'all to see. We're gonna show the JSON response from that OpenWeather Maps API call. Undefined. There we go. So what we get is, man, I did this the hard way. I could have just showed you this guy. What we get from this response is the latitude and longitude that we asked for, the time zone and time zone offset for the location. And then what we actually want that we're going to use is information about the current weather data. We get the minutely or minutely weather data, which I'm probably not going to use. We get hourly data, which I am interested in. And we get daily information, which I'm interested in. I think that's like 5 days or something like that. And we get weather alerts. So that's also pretty cool. That's all information that I want to show in a nice layout. So right now, it's just kind of a matter of me playing with the data that I'm getting now to show it in a way that makes sense. And we had it working at some point. Let's comment that back out. If we don't have weather data, we're going to show this message. Otherwise, we're going to show this long string of HTML. And it was complaining about not having some information. So let's try and clean this up. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. This whole section I let GitHub Copilot write for me, so I don't even know if this is right. But let's see what we got. You gonna throw another error? You're gonna throw another error. Reading undefined reading temp 59. Okay, weather data.current. Okay, so that's my error. Weather data current is going to be, should have weather on it, which is an array. And okay, I see. This is a much smaller list of weather stuff than we were used to. Because where is temp here now? Current temp. Because now it looks like this. Oh, because current doesn't have that main object anymore. That's weird. All right. So all these places where, oops, went one too many. All these places where we're calling main.temp. Let's grab that. Okay, are we still getting some errors? Speed. Okay, current wind speed. That's going to be wrong because instead of wind.speed, it's going to be wind_speed. Oops. Let's do, nope, not what I wanted. Nope, stop. That, replace that with an underscore. And that looks right now. I bet clouds isn't going to be defined either. Is clouds on here somewhere? Sunrise, cool. This is always the fun part of web development. When people say it's boring stuff, just show them a video of someone debugging. So we don't have sys anymore. I guess it does have a clouds object. Cool. That should be working. Come on, baby. There we go. No weather data for Gaylordton. Is that an actual place? That's got to be a place. I bet it's a place in England. Oh, wow. Thank you, Faker.js, for throwing that wrench in the gears. Okay, cool. Check that out. Our weather map is kind of working. We have some undefines, which is fine. That min and max we can change with. Oh, we don't have a min and max. Yeah, what's up, Dave? Were you here for the whole spiel about what we're doing? You want me to run through that again? So this is interesting. This is not going to give me a min and a max. Joined with the raid. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Daily. Minutely. All right, I got to ask y'all then. This guy. Minutely or minutely? And I expect answers in the chat because I'm going to be able to definitely figure out what you mean when you say minutely or minutely. Ooh, spaghetti dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going at it. I'm trying to just finish up a lot of the technical stuff, and then once the technical stuff, minutely. Cool, way to go. I'm trying to get all these things hooked up so that then I can just jump into, kind of like making it a nice app. Eventually, it'd be really cool to make this a PWA, and then I don't have to deal with, all of those weather apps that are just super buggy and full of ads. So minute, as in minute in the hour, not minute, as in miniature. Yeah, it should be fun. We had it working a moment ago with the current weather, but then we switched over to this one call API. And now I don't think I'm going to have access to the min and max for the current. So that may have to be moved to two separate API calls. So we get the current weather so that we can see the min and max. Also, cloudiness was something we had before that we don't have anymore. But I needed to upgrade to get this hourly and also daily forecast. So I'm going to keep chugging at it. Enjoy the spaghetti. Buon appetito. And yeah, catch you next time. All right. So where are we going with this? Now that we have the hourly, we need to see what we have available on this hourly fella. So maybe I don't need to make. No, I should probably make an extra API call. Although with this daily, I might be able to access, today's min and max. So I don't think I'll need to make an extra API call. I'm just going to have to pluck some data from other places. Let's start with hourly. So, bye. Let's see, hourly. So what do I want to fix first? This is one of the biggest problems with TypeScript. This right here. I go from loving TypeScript to hating TypeScript because on one hand, I had created this type definition, this open weather map response. And I created this because I was using the current weather API. And a lot of open weather data looks like this thing. Now that I'm using a different API, it doesn't look the same. And things have moved around on me. So do I go through fixing that now, or do I go through just getting it to work and then going back and maybe fixing it? Ugh. Love TypeScript, hate TypeScript. The pendulum swings. And it sounds like we've pretty much hit consensus with Minutely. All right, hourly. Right. Let's do this. I'm going to, I think I'm just going to copy all this because no, we'll do this a different way. We're going to do this. Good old pre-tag. Good old GitHub Copilot. Okay. Refresh that. There's our hourly data. It is an array of these guys. So since I'm getting in there, hourly. I just can't get away from it. This is annoying. Yeah, it's like slightly different. Okay, let's say type, export type is OpenWeather, and we're going to call this an hour. Keep it completely separate. If I hit save, is it going to fix that stuff up for me? That'd be great. No, doesn't want to. Of course. Okay. Let's get all of these double quotes and get rid of them. And just going to have to do this. Number, it looks like most of these are numbers, which is great. So I can, no, I can do that. No, I can do that. No. Yes. I can do shift function 1. No. Oh man, how much time am I saving by control shift function 1? No. Oh, whatever. Trying to do this all at once. What did I do? I made my screen all black and white. Wait, is that just on my end or is that you guys too? Are you guys seeing black and white or is it just me? Anyway, let's get black and white there too. How weird. Anyone on Windows know what the heck I just did? It's black and white. Spending an hour now to save seconds in the future. That is, yeah, that is the, all right. Okay, so I should probably figure this out. I was hitting control shift function 1. Oh, man, it's cool. It's just an old timey thing. Search settings for color filter. Yeah, it's on my whole screen. It's like a Windows thing, not a VS Code thing. And somehow I ended up with double commas in places. Windows setting. Color filters. Turn color filters on and off. Okay, promising. Unfortunately, it's already off. All right. That's a number. This is a string. Just going to get through this really quick and cool. Okay, open weather hour. We're going to our API. This hourly thing is one of those which comes from, yeah, this is not going to be cool for y'all either because I'm just like doing stuff without, effectively without color, what's it called? Color syntax highlighting. All right, let me see if I can do something. Windows. I've never heard of this. Why is my screen black and white? Ease of access. Yeah, but my color filter is already off. Let's see. Maybe I can like re-trigger it or something. Windows, Control C. Should immediately turn off the color filter. Okay, that didn't work. So let's try turning color filters on. Oh, inverted, grayscale, grayscale inverted. Turn it off. Didn't do anything. I broke my computer. I got transported back in time before colors were invented. I should probably be messing around in a new tab. What did I do? Shift Windows 1? Shift Windows 2? Well, that's not it. Try turning it off and on again. Yeah. And I'll just say goodbye to y'all. What is going on with my life? This is the weirdest thing. This is going to take at least half as much time as it would to fix my TypeScript stuff. Well, maybe we can see what we got here. Right. Let's see. Anyway, we know that our hourly data is now correctly set to this OpenWeather hour. Man, how annoying is this? OpenWeather hour. What we want to do is, okay, so I'm just going to finish up. I've got like 15 minutes, so I'll finish this up black and white maybe, and then figure this out. Turn my computer off and on again. This is the most depressing thing too. What do I want it to look like? So hourly forecast, I'm thinking we're going to do like a scroll, maybe like a table that we scroll side to side where we have the current hour and then all of the next hours. How would we feel about that? Or do we prefer like a vertical scroll, like just hour one, boop, 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 boop. Considering this is going to be mostly helpful on mobile devices. If you have thoughts about this, let me know. And in the meantime, we can, whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. In the meantime, I can get rid of that JSON thing and see where we are. Yo, Alex, so how do these raid things work? Like if someone's on my stream, I can send them over to someone else's stream? We can all go over together? All right, we've got our hourly forecast, bunch of commas, bunch of times. What we want to do is commas. I don't know where the commas are coming from, but we've got the table row. Oh, snaps. Did I no? Did I? Yeah, Windows doesn't have like a fake color blind setting, do they? Like assistive technology? I, this is what development like a dog must feel like. And where is this commas coming from? Could it be coming from here? Not sure. But what I want to do is let's actually show some hour data. Let's see. Table row, table header, whatever. And let's do a table data with hour dot. What have I got? I mean, temperature is definitely the main thing. So we definitely want to show what time of day and what temperature it's supposed to be. And we've got that. Cool. Looks pretty spot on. We probably also need this to be what day, because it's going to go into the next day. So we want to maybe put that as long. Actually, long is probably not what I want. Yeah, I don't want that. What I want is short time, and I want the day. I don't know. I think I want the date style, and let's try that short as well. Cool. This is looking much better. This alone is not super helpful, or kind of looks a bit janky. We also have these commas coming in still before the table. Beats me. There's nothing there. Okay. That's our hourly forecast. Hourly forecast. Maybe what I'll do is have this actually be like a vertical scroll, but only take up like a limited amount of space, so that this table is like max height is, I don't know, like 50% of the viewport. 50 viewport height, and overflow. What am I missing here? Okay, display block. Probably don't want to do that though, because I think changing the display value is going to change the semantics on the table itself. Great Finian. Never done it myself. Yeah, I got to get more involved with this. Well, I'm still new to this whole live streaming stuff, but it sounds fun. And I'm not much into the gaming stuff I was just like never really played a lot of games, but I like a lot of the stuff. I always loved watching people play games. It's probably because I never got to play games growing up because my brother always played them, so I just sit and watch him. But it's cool. It was fun. Right. So what was I doing is going here. I think I may want to wrap this table in a div and give that div a max height. Or I guess that would really be like a section, maybe a section around this whole hourly forecast thing. But the idea being that we can give it a max height, so that you kind of like can just scroll through the hourly thing. Or let's do that inline. Style equals max block size 50 viewport, half the viewport height, and we'll say overflow auto. That should do. And if we get back there, cool. So we can scroll down to the hourly forecast, and then we can see that's a pretty slick interface. I'm all right with that. And then if we have something after that, which is going to be the daily forecast, let's get that laid out by the end. Something sort of simple. We'll do another sort of thing like this. What do we got? Yeah, another one like this. And we'll say daily forecast. That can be the same sort of thing. And the daily forecast is going to look a little bit different. Once again, I think what I'm going to do is the same thing. We'll get rid of that. We're just going to do a pre-tag and GitHub Copilot. It's like you were listening to me. We'll refresh. No data for that. Madison Fort. Cool. So here's the data. That's what my object looks like. We'll put that into our type definitions. We've got the hourly, and then export type open weather day equals, actually, I don't want that. I've already got the object. And once again, all of these double quotes can disappear. Oh shoot, that was actually maybe a bad idea because now I get rid of these ones. Okay, all of these beginning double quotes can disappear. All of these beginning double quotes can disappear, and they're trailing ones. Cool. Now, we'll go through these and get all these things that look like numbers. And I got too many. Number. Get all these ones. And don't you worry about this little .48. I'm going to come back to it. We'll get all these ones. And here we go. Number. Okay, now all of these things that have a number and a period after, we can grab those, get rid of the period, get rid of the end, and that's good. This one, oops. this guy, and this guy are going to be strings. And I think that is my daily thing. Cool. Open weather day. Oop. You are set. We're going to copy you over into our API. Oops. Daily is going to be a collection of open weather days, which I have to import up here. To which I have down here, collection of open weather days. Great. Now we can kind of copy the exact same table that we have here. And nope, this is now daily. And hour turns to day. It looks like the same data might be available. So if we refresh, no weather for north-south report, and we've got our hourly information, and we almost have our daily information. So our daily information is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, which is great. We could probably even pop the first object off and pull it up to the current day, but we'll see. Now I'm getting objects. Cool. Why am I getting objects? It's saying that the temperature is an object, which it is. Temperature dot day. I don't know. I guess I'm going to do like the min and the max, right? Min. Max. And let's see what we have here. And this guy doesn't need the hour anymore. But for some reason that went from, well, deal with that later. We don't need this time style, so we can drop that, and we still have the format date function working. That format date function is pretty slick, if you ask me. Okay, cool. Cool. No data for all that. Jennyville. Yeah, format date, one thing worth mentioning here that's pretty cool about it, it even includes that little comma. So all we say is we want that short weather, the short date and the short time. And it's like, I know how to figure out this comma space. Cool. So daily forecast. This is today's date. And tomorrow, min max. That's pretty slick. The other information that we're going to have on that daily thing, the temperature. Oh, look, we get phases of the moon. That's kind of cool. Day, min, max, night, eve, morn. I don't know what to do with that. Well, anyway, this is looking kind of cool. We have our weather app looking pretty good as far as data is concerned. Obviously, this information is undefined, but we'll get that. How are we feeling about this? Any feedback on the direction where this is going? You can also just leave me in a dark room talking to myself. That's fun too. All right. Well, that's as far as I'm going to get today. We have some data. Well, it needs more CSS. Yes, of course it does. I'm saying as far as like the general skeleton layout, right? So once we have this sort of general idea, then we can start playing with some CSS and getting it looking nice and friendly. Obviously, I mean, at the very least, we need some padding on these edges. But dang it, Rug Matt, this is supposed to be the fastest weather app. We don't have time for CSS to bloat our performance. HTML only, and this one little image. JK. Yeah, no, I was hoping to get more into some of the CSS stuff today, but we needed to needs more BR. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll do some CSS stuff once we get kind of the data massaged the way that we want it, and we're happy with the overall structure and semantics and things like that. Then we can start playing with some CSS stuff and making it look nice. I might even get into like just some design stuff and color, like how I like to choose color palettes and make something real nice. But in the meantime, got to work with what we got. We have a ton of commas here for some reason, and I have no idea. So until tomorrow, I'll be back on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard. Until then, I'm going to figure out. I found the problem. I think I totally found. No, I didn't find the problem. Dang. Well, until that time, I'm going to try and figure out why my screen's all black and white and where those commas are coming from. So we'll check it out. Thanks for hanging out, folks. And if you want to have some feedback or just work on a different project or have something else you want to look at, let me know. I'm happy to. This is an open office, like an open door office hours thing. So I just work on stuff until someone else has something else to work on. Cool. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. Catch you next time.